I'm Hal Clower with CNC Photography. We've been in downtown Perry since 1988. This July we'll be celebrating 25 years in Perry. We got started when I moved to Perry. It was to work in Victory Christian Fellowship's church. I came here as a youth pastor, and the church was small at the time, and I needed something to do. And seeing as how photography has been in our family since my great-grandfather, we had the equipment, the building became available, and we started photographing. And from that point on, it just became a passion to be a photographer and to make great photographs. It's been fun to watch how photography has progressed since my great-grandfather was a photographer. And actually it was one of the things that my father didn't want to push us into. He wanted us to do what we felt like we wanted to do. But photography was it's been fun. We've enjoyed doing it. Name is basically our last names, Clower and Clower. We have found out through the years when photographers needed to sell a business, selling a business with their name associated to it could be kind of difficult. And being CNC Photography, we've had Bosses and Smiths and Joneses all working with us, so they didn't have to have that last name to be a part of CNC Photography. The first photographs we did as CNC Photography was Harold's Amoco. It was a baseball team over at Okalahachie, and they had won the Okalahachie Championship that year. That was in 1988, and we actually still have those negatives in our file. They are our customer number 0001. We do have an archive of just about every photograph that we've taken since 1988. Our sessions are done in the studio and on location. We made that determination depending on what type of photographs they're looking for. If they're looking for the more classy traditional portraits, we usually do them in the studio. If they're looking for something a little bit more loose with the environment involved, we will do that. Have several locations that we have permission to use that are unique for different activities. If they're an outdoors person, we've got places that look really outdoorsy and others that are more downtown Perry-like. So just depending on what the session was. Being able to photograph inside gives us a great advantage of not being constrained by the weather. We do mostly still photography. We have incorporated some video into our wedding coverages, but we don't consider ourselves videographers. We'll use portions of the video when the bride's getting her makeup done and things like that to add to their DVD shows. Children and senior portraits are probably the most popular thing that we do. Because of the flexibility of indoor-outdoor sessions, we can go where we need to make that session very unique for the individual. We started customizing wedding packages probably about 18 years ago, going from the standard ABC packaging. It took us a little while longer to do that with our portrait sessions. We found out that very few people were A, B, or C customers. We do have some set packaging that will include 8x10s, 5x7s, but when we go into design, it's hard to know exactly what size you need for the area that you need it in until we actually look at that. So we customize packaging depending on your need. Obviously, the more images that you get, the better discounts we can get. It just depends on what you're going to need to have done to get the product that you're looking for. Right now, mostly our editing is done in Photoshop, but we just had a seminar with some of the people from Photoshop talking about some of the things that Photoshop 6 will do. And through our Color Lab, we submitted several images for that. Mine were actually rejected from use because the color was too good and the exposure was too good. They couldn't really show what the software was capable of doing. So we do use the software that's available, but most of the things that we do, we're going to get them right in the camera to start with so that we don't have to do a lot of post work. Yes, opening up a small business in a small town can be very difficult. Being in downtown Perry for 25 years, we have seen many businesses open and close. And really nowadays with the internet and so many things being available online, I think people have a tendency to forget that there are businesses that are supporting people's families. And we do support local shops as much as we possibly can, and we would encourage everyone to do that because that's what your local people are here for, to build relationships and to get you the product that you need. We are proud for the fact that we have been able to stay in Perry for 25 years and in the same location. Most photography places usually last 5 to 8 years before they either burn out or they're forced to move into a different place. So being able to stay in downtown Perry and build the relationships there. I still run into people today with our scout troop that we photograph them at their prom. And they have children in our scout troop. So it's fun to know these people for all of these years and recognize them and see them on Facebook and see their accomplishments. Social networking, we do mainly Facebook. And we do have our website, www.c-cphotography.com.
Hi, I'm Marty Tollison, owner of Two Friends. Located here in Perry, Georgia at 926 Carroll Street, and also in St. Simon's Island with a second store, and soon to be opening our third location there on the island as well. Two Friends in Perry has been open going on 13 years and has been in St. Simon's now for almost 2 years. Two Friends started out with two of us girls, young mothers. Myself and Francie Hargrove started the business in the year 2000 doing home shows in our homes in Houston County, and had customers who continued to ask us to open a retail store, and we chose to do that. And Two Friends is a result of Two Friends doing home shows. You know, I think one of the things that makes Two Friends really unique and different is our customer service and how we try really hard to meet our customers' needs. We treat it much as we treat our home. We wouldn't invite people into our home and not be friendly and helpful. And that's kind of our philosophy here, is to go above and beyond whatever it takes, complimentary gift wrap and fabulous customer service to make an experience lovely. Two Friends is primarily known for a great mix of lots of different things. We have everything from clothing, shoes, and accessories to home items, wedding gifts, decorative pieces for your home, stationery and invitations. It's a little bit of everything, which is why I think Two Friends is a little different, because if you're coming in and you need a baby gift, we have that. If you need a wedding gift, we have that. And if your husband is taking you out on Friday night, we have something perfect for you for your night out. We find that having items for gentlemen in the store is a nice addition, because most likely women will buy a gift for their spouse or significant other, brother or dad, graduation gifts for guys. You know, we service, try to have things for a little bit of everybody on your list. My favorite item in the store right now, I have a passion for paper, so the stationery and invitations have always been the side of the business that I love, because I think we have gotten away as a society from pretty paper and have relied on technology to communicate with people, and I think it's such a nice gesture when we get something in the mail that's handwritten. I am a huge advocate of shopping local. I believe in small businesses. I think that's what makes our world go round, quite frankly. I think small businesses are, you get service in a small